Okay, what's up, y'all? What's going on? This is Noah. Yeah, man. I'm here chilling in Canada, man. We finished just coming back from Lagos, Nigeria, for decentralized Nigeria 2.0. It was fantastic. It was great. It was amazing. Excuse me. It was amazing, right? The people, the food, the award show, everything came together right, and it was beautiful. But now I'm here in Canada, seeing some family, extended family, and I'm just chilling. But I'm recording this for a reason. I'm recording this for a reason, not for decentralized, but an experience that I had while I was staying in Lagos. And it's something that I wanted to share to forewarn people if they ever stay in Lagos where not to go to. Where not to go to. And I never do this. I absolutely never do this to the extent that I'm doing it now. But I want this dude to feel the full might of people and understand the hospitality business is not something that is just a favor to him to put money in his pocket. So let me start with the first Airbnb that I went to. I went to the first Airbnb that I set up when I was in the States. It was cool. It was all right. But my whole point was to handle business. I'm not going to, I'm just going to rest my head there and then take care of business for decentralized and some other things for Lyfeblood, right? So I went there. I went to the first one. Unfortunately, it did not have running water. It was okay. I thought the pictures were better, but I was willing to deal with it. I'm going to take care of business. So the first place didn't have any running water. That's a whole nother story I'm not going to get into, but I eventually ended up leaving. So I went to another place. I had to find some place quick because I had to take care of business for decentralized. And I ended up picking this place, and I wrote this down because I didn't want to forget. It was Winehouse Lounge Guesthouse at 19A McCunwin Road. Wine Lounge Guesthouse, where on the ground floor there are like 4 units with glass walls and doors, and you open up to a long pool, right? Place was cool. It was all right. But again, I was just so fed from the last place. I just needed to find a new place fast so I could get back to handling business for decentralized. So it started out. They had one piece of toilet paper. It was like, first thing I checked, of course, was the water. They had running water. They had the toilet paper. They had all that was happening. All right, fine, right? So I was taking care of business, all right, going about. So that was the night before because my flight was delayed, and I ended up landing in Lagos on the 14th and not the 13th. So I lost a day. So I was just getting everything together. So I found out that night that in the morning, that there was no iron. No iron. I was like, damn. So it's in the morning. I'm up early, 5:30, 6 o'clock to get ready for this event, right? So I could get there early. And so I went to they're known for as why they're called the Wine Lounge Guest House, because there's a separate, all from the glass wall units, there's a reception lounge area where you can talk to like the assistants and such that run the operation. So it was a young man and a young lady. So anyway, they didn't have an iron, so I had to run out and buy an iron. Their doors don't open till 9 o'clock. It was the 15th, the morning of the 15th, the day of the show. I went out with my driver, got an iron, right? Now, mind you, beforehand, when I arrived, I used the toilet paper. It's a small roll. I'll show you here. It's in this picture right here. It's a small roll. I don't know, it is what it is, right? I used it up. So I asked for more toilet paper. They gave me the toilet paper, whatever, right? So then that day when I did not have the iron, I went out with my driver, bought an iron. It was 18,000 naira. And then, I used the iron for what I needed. And now, mind you, the iron was faulty. It was messed up. Water was pouring out where the cord connected to the iron. So I was like, whatever, I'll deal with it, right? So then I messaged the hostess. The hostess name is Mimi or something like that, Meme. So I let her know. I was like, listen, I bought this iron. There wasn't an iron here. She proceeds to tell me through Airbnb text, well, you should have let me know that you had an event to go to and we would have supplied you with an iron. And I was like, wait a second. Every Airbnb and a hotel that has ever been to always has that as standard. An ironing board and an iron. What are we talking? Why do I have to ask you for an iron? It should be involved it should be already in the unit, right? So I said, listen, I bought this iron. What am I going to do with it? She was like, oh, you can take it with you in your luggage. I'm like, I can't fit no iron in my luggage. I'm not, what am I supposed to do? Can I get my money back for this iron? She's like, all right, I'm not going to give you money back, but what I can do is I'll give you a bottle of wine in exchange. But it has to be equivalent. She said 15,000 iron. I was like, no. I bought this iron for 18,000. Anything that's 18,000 or a little bit more should work. It should be accommodating to your guests, right? So fast forward, I think it was a Sunday or something like that after the event. I was like, all right, let me go see about getting some more toilet paper because I'm like out of toilet paper and getting this bottle of wine. And I looked it up and I was getting that. So I saw the same two assistants, a male assistant and a female assistant. So then I was like, all right, I'm here for my bottle of wine. I'll take that. It was 25,000 naira, whatever the case may be. All right, let's rock with that. And by the way, can I get some toilet paper because I'm out of toilet paper? And they said, fine, whatever. The assistants were cool. They were nice. So the male assistant went out. He went outside. And then all of a sudden I see this tall gentleman, older, probably in his 60s or something like that. And he said, oh, I want to see the man. He walks through. I want to see the man who's asking for this for this wine and all this other stuff. I want to see who's asking for these things. I'm like, yeah, it's me, and I explained to him the situation. So he's like, oh, you can't get this wine right here. It's too much. Yo, this dude proceeds to yell me down. This guy yells me down. Wait a second, you can't get that bottle. It's too much. It was on. I said, sir, I bought the iron for 18,000. Your wife, because he addressed to me that he was the husband to the wife hostess. He was like, nah, you're not getting, that's too much. I was like, yeah, but my iron that I bought was 18,000. She was trying to save 15,000. You should accommodate me for the inconvenience. He said, you're not getting that wine. You're not getting that. You could get any. And so he walks over to the wine rack. You could get this wine. I don't know why you're asking this wine. You're not getting it. This is ridiculous. You are not asking. Yo, this dude was yelling at me. So I'm standing there like, I should have taped it. But, sometimes in the moment when you're going through something, you always tell yourself beforehand, when you talk with your friends, man, I'm going to go record this. I'm going to record this. But when you're in the moment, you're not thinking of it because you can't believe that it's happening. You know what I'm talking about? So this guy is screaming. I'm like, you could get this wine. You can get that. Matter of fact, no, you're not getting any wine. So he's working himself up to eventually say, no, you're not getting any wine. I'm like, oh, really? Okay, cool. So he said, and on top of that, why are you asking for toilet paper? I'm like, what? Asking for toilet? I'm asking for toilet paper because I need it. Well, I don't understand why you need all this toilet paper. I was like, you know why I need toilet paper. I'm not going to explain to you in detail why I need toilet paper. You should give me toilet paper. No, this is ridiculous. I shouldn't have to give you all this toilet paper. You're asking for too much. What are you using all this for? So I said, so I'm going back and forth with the guy to eventually he tells me, he's working himself up. Let's sit down in the lounge area on his couch because he's old and he needs to sit down. I was like, fine. So I explained it to him again about the iron. You need to supply an iron to your guests. He said, I've never been to a hotel where irons are there. There's no hotel I've ever been to that had an iron. I was like, what are you talking about? I don't know what hotels you've been to, but the hotels I've been to, motel, hotel, Holiday Inn, I don't give a fuck. There is always an iron and an iron board. And I told him, as a matter of fact, the place that I just left because they didn't have any water had an iron and an ironing board. How do you not? It's standard. It's standard items in any place that guests stay. She was like, no. So he's fighting me on this, fighting him. He's like, no, this is crazy. I don't understand what you got. And all this toilet paper, going off about the toilet paper again. So to the point where he works himself up. She said, no, this conversation's done. This is over. So he gets up and I'm like, and the assistants are seeing this and they're like totally aghast by this whole thing. They're like, oh, I'm sorry, sir. The lady was like curtsying. I guess that's the thing they do. She was curtsying and saying, I apologize, sir. He's like, no, I'm done. I don't need no toilet paper from y'all. I don't need nothing from y'all. All I need to do is get up out of here. So he's walking out and I'm telling him, sir, I paid you in USD, and you're complaining about toilet paper? Toilet paper. Now, mind you, the toilet paper, I went to go buy some toilet paper. It was what? 2,500 naira. Now, I want y'all to do a little homework. Go on your computers or your phones. Switch over to the currency conversion. Go to currency conversion and see what it is, $1 to $1 US naira, $1 US to 1 naira, Nigerian naira. We understand that there's a huge difference, okay? One US dollar is like $1,300 or 1,500 naira. Excuse me, I'm messing that up. One US dollar is equal to about 1,500 naira or something in that matter. So the US dollar is stronger. The reason why I brought it up is here I am as a guest paying you in USD, and any other guest that stay here more than likely is international, and you are making a ruckus about toilet paper. Toilet paper. That's 2,500 naira when I bought it 2 rolls and they were thicker. So here it is all, I'm going off. I just wanted to I was going to leave, but I was like, nah, I'm going to stay out. I had like one more day and then I was leaving the next morning. So that was crazy. And here it is when I was leaving with my driver, this dude was screaming at the same, I don't even know his name, was screaming at the gardener because some of the plants were dying. Okay? Some of the plants were dying. And he's going off with his gardener, going off, like screaming at him. And I'm like, this is how you talk to your own people? You talk to your guests like that? I didn't even told him when we were arguing. I was like, bro, you in the hospitality business. You are here to take care of your guests. If this is how you treat your guests, you do not need to be in the hospitality business at all. So, of course, he doesn't say anything, whatever the case may be. And fast forward, he's screaming at his employee. This dude was obnoxious. He was arrogant. He was disgusting, horrendous. I mean, no one from an international location, U.S., U.K., Europe, South America, Australia, China, wherever you from outside of Nigeria or any other country in Africa outside of Nigeria, do not go to this place, because he does not respect the business. He does not respect his guests. Now, mind you, that day of when I came back on Thursday, right? So I had to handle business, meet people, look and take care of some other stuff for Lyfeblood. Guess what they leave? 1 roll of toilet paper and some hand soap at the front door of the unit that I was in. I never used it because I already bought toilet paper and I didn't need it. So fuck that guy, fuck that place, and that whole fucking place goes belly up. But even if it doesn't, I want this to be on record to know that this man treated a guest of his the way he did. And not just his guests, but his employees. And it was disgusting the way he was going about the whole thing. Disgusting. Now, I'll say again, the assistants were great. The assistants were top notch. Even the next day when I showed up, because I had to take care of it, the lady came. She was like, oh, so I'm sorry, sir. What happened yesterday? No. The assistants were cool. Is this fucking asshole that was treating his guests like that and his assistants like that, and he should never, ever have the opportunity to make money off that place the way he was carrying on. So I'm going to make this a record, and it's going to be forever, and I just hope that everybody catches on to this video and know not to go to that wine house place. It has the glass walled units with the door on the ground floor that faces the long pool, and it has a guest house with a wine rack. Do not go there. Do not go there. It's trash. You could go to any other better Airbnb. So sorry this was a long post, but I want to make this known to this guy. Not the and she got to catch strays too, Mimi. I'm sorry, but this is not the way you take care of guests. This is not the way you carry yourself in the hospitality industry, and it should be known that for people never to go to this place ever again. That's all I got to say. Hey, people, more so on Decentralized on Lyfeblood. I'm sorry I had to make this post in such a way, but I was treated so disgustingly. It was something that I have to do. I'm going to leave a comment on Airbnb. I'm going to complain to Airbnb. I'm going to put this link of YouTube, I'm going to put it on YouTube right there within Airbnb so people know that I'm serious and this is a real thing, and it was terrible. So anyway, I'm out, folks, and talk to you later. Bye.